The tension has finally exploded in Sister Wives. Kody Brown is done being silent, and Kody's unraveling in real time. After years of emotional distance, broken promises, and jealousy tearing the family apart, Kody walks out, leaving Kody stunned and scrambling to rewrite history. What really happened behind those closed doors? Let's break it down. It all starts with the moment everyone saw coming, but no one thought would actually happen. Kody Brown, once the heart of the plural family, finally hits her breaking point. For years, she's been holding on, smiling through the cracks, trying to keep the peace while feeling invisible in her own marriage. But behind that calm voice and polite smile, Kody's resentment has been growing, fueled by years of Kody's favoritism, emotional neglect, and broken promises. You can see it in her eyes when she talks to the camera. She's done pretending. She's not angry anymore. She's exhausted. The moment she tells Kody she's leaving isn't loud or dramatic. It's calm, almost heartbreakingly calm. And that's what makes it so powerful. Because when someone stops fighting, it usually means they've already left emotionally long before they walk out physically. Kody, on the other hand, doesn't see it coming. Or maybe he refuses to. His reaction isn't sadness. It's disbelief mixed with ego. He tries to turn the situation around, accusing Kody of betrayal, of not being loyal enough, of not supporting the family vision. But the truth is, the family vision fell apart the moment Kody stopped showing up for everyone equally. And Kody's decision to walk away isn't rebellion, it's survival. In that single conversation, you can feel years of pain bubbling under every word. Kody's tone is steady, but her message is final. I deserve love, attention, and respect. And for once, she's putting herself first, something that completely shatters Kody's sense of control. This isn't just a breakup between two people. It's the unraveling of the entire Brown family dynamic, one that's been cracking under pressure for years. Kody Brown's reaction to Kody leaving is nothing short of chaotic, but it's not the kind of heartbreak you'd expect from a man losing his wife. Instead, it's ego, it's pride, it's denial. You can see him trying to rewrite the story in real time, painting himself as the victim, the one blindsided by Kody's decision. But when you look closer, it's clear. He's not mourning Kody's departure. He's mourning the loss of control. For years, Kody built his identity around being the head of this massive, polygamous family. The man in charge, the one calling the shots. Kody walking away doesn't just threaten that image, it destroys it. He's suddenly forced to face the reality that his leadership style, built on favoritism and fear, has pushed people away rather than bringing them together. The tension gets even more intense when Kody starts lashing out at the other wives. He accuses them of not supporting him, of taking sides. But deep down, everyone knows what's really happening. Kody's decision is exposing the cracks in a system that was never truly balanced. Robyn, the supposed favorite, tries to smooth things over, but even she looks uncomfortable. Because for the first time, Kody's authority is being questioned, and not just by Kody. And here's the kicker. Instead of reflecting on what went wrong, Kody doubles down. He starts talking about loyalty, respect, and family unity, but his words feel hollow. Kody's calm departure makes him look even more unstable by comparison. The more he talks, the clearer it becomes. Kody isn't ready to take accountability. He's fighting to preserve a version of himself that doesn't exist anymore. This is the unraveling, not just of a marriage, but of a man who can't accept that love isn't obedience. And Kody's silence in the middle of his outburst says it all. She doesn't need to argue anymore. The power dynamic has shifted, permanently. Kody's departure doesn't just break her relationship with Kody. It sends shockwaves through the entire family. Suddenly, the wives who've spent decades trying to coexist in a fragile balance are forced to pick sides, or at least confront the truth they've been avoiding. For years, the family's unity was built on keeping up appearances. But now, the curtain has dropped, and everyone's real feelings are spilling out. Janelle, who's always been the quiet observer, starts speaking up in ways she never has before. She doesn't blame Kody, in fact, she understands her. There's a mutual respect there built on years of shared struggle and silent endurance. Janelle has seen firsthand how Kody's favoritism and anger have poisoned what used to be a partnership. So when she stands by Kody, it's not betrayal. It's loyalty to what's right. Mary, meanwhile, is left torn between history and reality. She's been emotionally distant from Kody for years, yet part of her still clings to the hope that things could go back to how they were. Watching Christine walk away triggers something in her, a deep awareness that she's also been living half a life, waiting for affection that may never return. Her silence says more than words ever could. And then there's Robyn, the so-called favorite wife. On the surface, she tries to play mediator, insisting that Christine's decision is hurting the family. But her tears don't quite land the way she intends. To Christine and the others, it sounds less like empathy and more like guilt, the kind that comes from knowing you've benefited from someone else's pain. The dynamics are shifting fast, and for the first time, Robyn isn't protected by Kody's charm or excuses. The entire household feels different. The air is thick with tension, but also something new: freedom. Christine's exit forces everyone to face the truth. This family was never truly united, just carefully held together by fear and routine. And now that one person has broken free, the rest are starting to wonder if they could too. The control Kody once had is slipping, and deep down, he knows it. What's collapsing isn't just his marriage, it's the illusion that he was ever in control to begin with. When Christine finally walks away, it's not with anger or bitterness, it's with peace. For the first time in decades, she's breathing her own air, standing in her own space, and making choices that are hers alone. The woman who once felt trapped in a system built around someone else's needs has now stepped into a new life. And the transformation is undeniable. You can see it in her body language, in the way she speaks, in the way her laughter feels real again. Christine isn't just leaving Kody, she's reclaiming herself. Every scene of her moving boxes, decorating her new home, or cooking for her kids feels like a small act of rebellion, a declaration that she's no longer living for anyone else's approval. It's freedom, not chaos. Healing, not running away. For years, she was told that obedience, sacrifice, and patience were the markers of a good wife, that her worth came from how well she supported someone else's vision. But now Christine is redefining what happiness looks like on her own terms. She's showing her daughters that love shouldn't mean losing yourself. And that's the part that resonates most deeply, because this isn't just a breakup story. It's a generational shift. Meanwhile, the cameras capture Kody's growing frustration as Christine's confidence rises. He can't control the narrative anymore. The more radiant and grounded Christine becomes, the more unhinged he appears. His attempts to shame her for leaving, calling her selfish or disloyal, only highlight how much he underestimated her strength. The woman he thought would never walk away has become the one person he can't replace. Christine's new chapter isn't about revenge, it's about renewal. She's building a life filled with laughter, independence, and peace. And in doing so, she's exposing a truth that hits Kody hard. Sometimes the greatest act of love is choosing yourself. Christine didn't destroy the family, she just stopped sacrificing herself to keep it together. And in that choice, she became something far more powerful than a wife. She became free. Christine Brown's decision to walk away from Kody wasn't just a breakup. It was a revolution. For nearly 3 decades, she played the role she was expected to play: the supportive wife, the patient partner, the glue that held a fractured family together. But what started as faith and devotion slowly turned into silence and invisibility. For years, Christine lived in the shadow of a man who believed leadership meant control, and that love could be measured by loyalty. And when she finally realized she deserved more, she did the one thing Kody never imagined she would: she left. The ripple effect of that choice changed everything. The moment Christine walked out the door, she dismantled the illusion of harmony that had held the Brown family together for years. She exposed the reality that beneath the shared dinners, the family meetings, and the talk of sisterhood, there was pain, favoritism, and neglect. Her quiet strength forced everyone, Kody included, to confront truths they'd spent years denying. It wasn't Christine who broke the family. It was the system that demanded her silence. Kody's downfall in the aftermath has been both public and personal. His anger, once masked by charm, turned into open frustration. He blamed Christine for dividing the family, accused her of betrayal, and clung to the idea that he was the victim. But as the cameras rolled, viewers saw something deeper: a man unraveling under the weight of his own ego. The more Christine flourished, the smaller Kody seemed. His words lost power the moment Christine stopped responding to them. And in that silence, the audience saw the truth. She didn't need his validation anymore. Meanwhile, Christine's story became something bigger than reality TV. It became a symbol of self-worth, a reminder that walking away doesn't mean failure. It means choosing peace over pain, clarity over confusion. Her journey resonated with millions who've felt trapped in one-sided relationships, reminding them that it's never too late to reclaim your happiness. What makes her story powerful isn't that she left. It's that she left with grace, dignity, and hope. Today, Christine isn't defined by what she lost, she's defined by what she gained: independence, confidence, joy. She's built a new life centered on family, love, and authenticity. And in doing so, she's rewritten her narrative completely. The woman who once stood quietly behind Kody now stands tall in her own story. And as for Kody, his struggle to hold on to control serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that leadership without empathy will always crumble. In the end, this isn't just the story of one woman leaving a man. It's the story of breaking free from expectations that suffocate. It's about rediscovering your worth even when the world tells you to stay small. Kody Brown's departure marked the end of an era, but more importantly, it marked the beginning of her freedom. And in that freedom, she found something far greater than Kody ever offered: herself. In the end, Kody Brown's story isn't one of failure, it's one of awakening. What began as a quiet breaking point became a public reckoning, not just for her marriage, but for an entire belief system built on obedience and sacrifice. For years, Kody played her role perfectly. She smiled, supported, and kept the peace, even when her heart was breaking behind the scenes. But as the years passed, that silence became too heavy to carry. And when she finally found the courage to speak her truth, the entire foundation of Sister Wives began to shake. Her departure was never about drama. It was about dignity. Kody didn't storm out in anger or resentment. She walked away with calm certainty, knowing she had given everything she could. Her strength came not from confrontation, but from clarity, the kind that only comes when you've spent years being overlooked and finally decide to look inward. Kody's decision to choose peace over chaos was the most radical act of self-love this family had ever seen. For Kody Brown, that choice became a mirror he could no longer avoid. His anger, once masked as leadership, was revealed for what it truly was: fear. Fear of losing control. Fear of facing the truth that his version of family unity depended on everyone staying silent and compliant. When Kody broke that silence, Kody lost more than a wife. He lost his image, his authority, and his narrative. The man who once called himself a spiritual leader found himself publicly unraveling, exposed by the very family he claimed to protect. As viewers, we watched not just a marriage collapse, but a system of control crumble in real time. Kody's calm defiance became a symbol of what happens when women stop apologizing for wanting more. She didn't destroy the family, she liberated herself from it. And in doing so, she gave others permission to imagine a life beyond fear and duty. The aftermath of her departure continues to echo. Janelle's quiet support, Mary's internal struggle, and Robyn's discomfort all highlight the emotional ripple Kody set off. Her courage made others question what true love, respect, and partnership should look like. The cameras may have captured her exit, but what they really documented was a transformation, from silence to strength, from submission to self-respect. Kody Brown's story is proof that even after decades of disappointment, it's never too late to rewrite your narrative. She stepped into her power without shouting, without revenge, without needing anyone's approval. She simply walked away. And that was enough to change everything. Today, Kody stands as a reminder that freedom doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it comes in the quiet decision to finally honor yourself. Her story will forever be remembered as the turning point in Sister Wives, not because she left, but because she showed that leaving can be the first step toward truly living.